Greetings, toy fans. I am back, and I had an idea in my head of what the next figure I was going to open up was, because as I've told you a few times, I've got a backlog of things I'm not opening until I make videos of them. And then yesterday, I struck a little bit of gold, and I found a couple of figures that I have been waiting for and hoping for, and I saw them and immediately bought them. So the whole schedule has changed, but good news, I never tell you the schedule in advance. So now it's a mystery surprise to everybody. And so without further ado, we're going back to the X-Men well. That is right. X-Men, the newest wave, the Wendigo wave. And there are two figures in this line that I wanted more than any other figure. And one of them was Mr. Sinister. We are going to rock out with some more X-Men villains. I've got to be honest, I'm still surprised they made this just a figure because, quite frankly, I really thought he would have made an excellent Build-A-Figure. He's got the size and the gravitas of the kind of figure that they could have forced you to buy 6 figures to put together. So I was incredibly happy to find him. I went to GameStop the other day, and they told me you can't pre-order him anymore. He's already out, and he's sold out everywhere, and you can't even get him online. So I was pretty bummed. Walked into a Walmart a few hours later, and lo and behold, there he was, just sitting on the shelf. So, the Wendigo line, Build-A-Figure Wendigo, got X-Force Wolverine. I don't know some of the newer guys, I'm going to be honest. Cannonball, Boom Boom, Guardian, and then at the end you see Nightcrawler and Sinister. So today we are opening up Sinister because we need more X-Men villains in our lives. Nathaniel Essex. Very disappointed that he's never shown up in a movie yet to this point. Obviously, there was the hinting of him. Oh, there's not a lot of tape on this one. Wow. I lucked out that nobody broke into this. Usually there's tape in 1, 2, 3 spots. There's only tape 1 spot. Anyway, there's a little bit of the box art. Look at him. He looks very sinister. So, I just was really disappointed that we've never seen him in a movie. Obviously, in they teased him one time with the Essex Corporation in one of the X-Men movies, but whatever. The X-Men movies have gone downhill so fast. After Days of Future Past, which was really awesome, we got Apocalypse, which was garbage, and so I've never even seen Dark Phoenix, so who knows, maybe Sinister makes an appearance there. But look at that. Look at him. And look at that cape. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm nervous about getting this cape out of the package. Wendigo arm. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not sure I'm building this figure. It looks basically like the same thing as Sasquatch, just white and with a tail. So, all right. We got him out. They've got a nice, good-sized hole for the cape to come through back there. But sometimes these can be annoying. Oh, yeah. The fact that his cape has all these separate cutouts made that really simple to get out. I was nervous because I saw in the box that leg is really twisted. So hopefully no long-term problems. No, none whatsoever. That turned back right away. Okay, good flexibility in all the joints. I mean, there's nothing special about the joinery here. He's got the standard shoulders. That one is really tight. Ooh, did you hear that even cracking loose? We got a clenched fist. We got sort of an open hand, like evildoer, like, yeah. And right now he's just scheming ways to make the ultimate mutant using some DNA splicing. So I love him. Let's get a closer look at Nathaniel Essex, Mr. Sinister. And here we have him, Mr. Sinister. Look at that. That is a very sinister and menacing face. He's got the 2-tiered cape. All sorts of splits in it, exactly like you remember from the classic 90s cartoons. That overconfident smile, knowing that his plan's going to work out He's finally going to get the exact DNA he wants to manipulate to create the ultimate mutant. He is an imposing force, and I am really glad I have him. I'm surprised with this cape how well he stands up. It doesn't even really seem to hinder him. He's just, he's got enough heft to him as a figure, I guess, to sort of offset that. As I said, you know, I could have seen this being a Build-A-Figure. Good sculpting all over. He's got little cuffs on his gloves. His boots go a long way up his legs. Kind of, whatever. I mean, they're Mr. Sinister's boots. I'm just now noticing how long they go. Those aren't typical guy's boots, Mr. Sinister. I think you got your fashion sense. I don't know where you got it from. Anyway, Mr. Sinister. Totally awesome. I'm glad we have another X-Men villain. And I'm glad it's basically perfect. Like, I can't see any flaws with this in terms of a figure I would have hoped for out of my X-Men line. Sinister. I decided it was time to introduce Mr. Sinister to a few of the action figures in my collection that I know he's going to be going after, because he always seems to be going after Scott Summers and Jean Grey. So here you go, everybody. You get to finally have your introductions. I also wanted to show you just, you know, he's a very imposing sized figure. Obviously, he's going to be bigger than most of the Marvel female-sized characters, but even Cyclops, who is not a small character, he's not one of the bigger ones either. He's a pretty intimidating size, and I know the cape plays a part in that, but just the overall body sculpt is much bigger as well. It's definitely much beefier, and so he's going to be able to indeed hold his own in a fight against some of these people. So anyway, I am insanely thankful that they did indeed put out Mr. Sinister. They really do seem to be hitting their stride with trying to get out a lot of the figures that people really want for the 90s X-Men. So, you know, I don't know when tomorrow. I don't know when I'm going to post the next video, but the next video is still going to be from the same wave, and I'm guessing you can already tell based on the way I was really excited about the figures on the back of the box. Nightcrawler's coming next. So I love X-Men figures, and I am glad to have another very formidable villain to add to the shelf. This is Mark's Toy Box. I'm very thankful you continue to keep watching. If you want to see more about my toys and things I do with them, check me out on Instagram as well, Mark's Toy Box. I'm Mark. This has been the Marvel Legends X-Men Mr. Sinister review, and I'm thankful you tuned in. Take care. Bye.